So I got this new little DJI Mini 3 drone. You can see really tiny. Fits in the palm of my hand and expands out. And I've been practicing with it, and I'll show you some footage here. See how small that thing is? A little bitty deal. I started in the backyard, just flying around my house a little bit. These were some of my first flights, and I was just practicing spinning around and trying a few moves up. And you'll see here, trying to zoom in a little bit, fly up and down. And then I put it into follow me mode so it would try to follow me around. That was kind of cool. This is the track mode where it stays in front of me and tracks me. Then I got into these other special modes. This time I pointed at the pool and said track this pool, and I had it fly around in a circle as it tracked the pool. So I thought that was kind of cool. You could just draw the screen, say track this item, and then fly a flight path. So this time I went right over a pool and just kind of zoomed down, was practicing a few things. I was going to zoom into the pool. Thought that was kind of a cool view looking straight down out of the drone. You can see me over to the upper left corner. And I come down and catch them when they're in the pool. So it's just hovering right over the water. And next up, we went out and there's a flagged sunset. I want to catch the flag right down the street from me at the school. So I thought that was kind of cool to see how it, I really liked how it was just rock steady in the wind. That was really nice. Okay, I went back the next evening, caught a little more right at sunset, and really some great motion. Then the next day I went up and just driving around, found these horses, the cows, and went flying around them. Got a few pictures of them. They were a little bit nervous, but not too bad. I was standing over to the side in that road, flying the drone over them, trying just some different shots. And here's the zoom out of the cows. Then Ryan West and I went up in the Jeep and drove around just flying. He's flying here. The first off, we put it in auto follow mode. It just, in the drone, we said track us, and it just followed us as we drove. That's kind of cool. And we had it do it again, and it's from a different angle. And this is, we just parked it up, and then Ryan was still flying the drone, and I was driving, and he had it swing. That's kind of a hard move as it swings to follow the Jeep as it goes through the mud puddle. And then we put it in the track mode, and I was flying and Ryan was driving, and I couldn't figure out how to make it go higher. So as you'll see here, just a second, we get really close and almost hit this pole. I couldn't get it to move from that, but luckily we didn't have a problem with that. Got it done. Then I'm flying again. I had Ryan drive out from behind these trees while I'm standing behind the trees, flying the drone, doing a reveal of the Jeep. As he drives past, and I fly out over it. And then again, I'm flying, and Ryan's driving through this mud hole. Have him drive it out. Once we find a mud hole, we want to catch a lot of stuff on it. And so then I have him drive it back through the mud hole again. This time a little faster, get some mud up on the Jeep. And then I go to another night. I go out to the YMCA, and I was just looking for something to fly over, so I thought I'd catch some cool stuff. Might be able to use this for some of Kay's videos of Edmund. That was kind of neat. And then I went up, and the next night I got this really cool shot over the Edmund Tower. I thought I could use a piece of that while I could practice the drone. At the same time, I'm trying to catch some footage I can use for some other things. So that's kind of where I'm at right now. I got all done with my flying. Feel a little more comfortable nowadays.